It's no secret that in California, Indian gaming has proliferated at a very brisk pace, and Reno has been substantially impacted by Thunder Valley off the Highway 80 corridor, and now in Shingle Springs on the Highway 50 corridor, the Miwok Indians are building a fairly substantial new casino. And so the feeder markets to Tahoe have the opportunity to, in essence, snap off the day tripper, which has largely supported this kind of strip gaming. So we're really in a transitional phase, and the idea of really reinventing the experience here at North Shore is probably, not just a luxury, it's a necessity. So, there's the desire here not to, try and I hate this expression, but it just seems to connote the whole image. We're not trying to put lipstick on the pig. I mean, we really need to start over, scrape it, and reinvent the resort experience and create what would be a destination resort experience so that people come here, park their car, stay here, recreate, and if they want to go skiing or they want to play golf or they want to get to the lake, we have this kind of transportation system that Roger had mentioned. So connectivity is a real key piece to how we want to get that slide. So how we want to get people to and fro. Crystal Bay is also a very challenged and spectacular site. You've got this incredible shoreline, which, for the most part, as you all know, is generally inaccessible. And so, the expectation of accessing the water needs to be achieved off-site. The site, which is also part of the Tahoe Mariner site, also includes a parcel across the highway adjacent to the Cal Neva, which we're proposing to work with both Washoe County and Placer County to create a drainage opportunity here, because the high side, of course, flows to the low side, and we have a great opportunity to improve drainage and create a public park in this area, as well as a public park in this area, and create much more of a sense of community and a pedestrian-based experience. So to become a four-season resort, there's a variety of features that need to be incorporated, which include, among other things, a retail environment that is both tourist and community-oriented, a meeting facility or meeting spaces where we can attract groups. This isn't going to be a large convention facility, but try and create that spring shoulder draw so that we can have heads on beds in the shoulder seasons. And try and create an identity that's broader than just the North Shore, which we think could include the idea of incorporating wellness, this recreation of the soul, of the spirit, into not only this location, but from Incline through Kings Beach, and so that the whole area becomes a destination with some properties other than this property having strengths that we don't enjoy, and this property having strengths that they don't enjoy, to complement and create a broader destination experience. One of the other things that Roger touched on, but we think is a great opportunity, and again, in that sense of outreach and collaboration, we think we have an opportunity to create a relationship with Sierra Nevada College so that we can incorporate some of their programs into this project. And by way of example, in this wellness rejuvenation field, there may be culinary arts opportunities that utilize the college to help with educational programs that we might host, to have intern programs for students at the college, as well as in the transportation system. So we think there's a variety of benefits to be achieved that would also, at the same time, strengthen this relationship from Incline to this area with transit and extend as well to Kings Beach. And we also are cognizant and are appreciative of the fact that some folks, and some of you are probably amongst those folks, that think Kings Beach has been unfairly burdened by employee housing, and that needs to be spread. And part of what we'd like to accomplish on site is to have workforce housing within this project and explore opportunities for year-round housing for workers that do not disproportionately place the burden. So part of what we're involved in, and as you look at the Biltmore today, the height here is about 76 feet, which is 30-something feet above what TRPA would otherwise approve. So we have grandfathered excess height. In order for a program to be developed that can, at the same time, reduce land coverage, which is generally desirable from TRPA, and create a more aesthetic environment, we would like to maintain this height but relocate it on the site. And so we're hoping to become a special height district, and that's part of what we'll talk about in a minute. TRPA has this Community Enhancement Program, or CEP, which some of you may have heard of, and part of the benefits they're trying to extend is to be more tolerant of additional height. And in this case, it would not be additional height, it would simply be height relocated to a more sensitive area. Yeah. What we'd like to do is create a mix of products. So we're looking at maybe a 100-unit hotel and perhaps up to 300 units of various interval fractional products. So a total unit count here maybe as high as 400 units, maybe 30,000 feet of retail. And as Roger indicated, while gaming would be reinvented on a smaller, more intimate scale, it would not be the featured attraction. For those of you that can see this, right now, you know, the gaming is right here on the highway, and we'd like to relocate it back, set back into the project. And while this site plan is kind of a first take and is already undergoing significant revisions, we're talking about retail along the highway frontage, generous setbacks, landscaping, pedestrian-friendly zones here, basically concealing cars beneath the project or in the structure, so that it really is a walkable, well-landscaped, interesting place to shop, dine, go to meetings, go to the spa, and have a completely different resort experience. I think it's noteworthy to mention that this scale is appropriate, we think, to the North Shore. What happened at South Shore has been a success, and one of the things that has been successful at South Shore is, although visitation at Heavenly increased from 750,000 skier visits a year to over 1 million, with the gondola downtown and concentrating development in that one area, vehicle trips on Highway 50 decreased by double digits. Almost 750,000 vehicle miles traveled a year reduction, while visitation is increasing. And that's because it became a destination where people parked their car and could walk to and from the various attractions.